Monday in the dark. We lost power in the building.
No, we didn't fool them. This is the Zero Dark 30 Fire and Kid episode.
This is the Zero. And shout out to Justin Wren, because I had his lanterns in the back of my car for just such an emergency.
Well, let's not get twisted. Just Wren gave them to me. Well,
sorry, I gotta...
Let's fix that for sure.
I have tuberculosis.
Just Wren gave me these lamps on Big Brown Breakdown, and you went, ooh, I'm a hunter, I use them, which I knew you weren't, and you left them in your car, so we needed light.
In case.
And so these lights are usually used for building and digging wells in Africa for the poor children. But today,
or they're used for my tent when I hunt deer.
Yeah, but today they're used to light up the hearts of all the Fire and Kid fans.
Oh, that's adorable. How was your weekend?
You want to fuck in the dark?
No, I sure don't. I'm not into that, man.
It's dark. I get weird in the dark.
I don't.
No, Zero Dark 30.
No,
Zero
man.
Dark 30.
Get off my body.
I turn gay when it's Zero Dark 30.
Hey, man. Don't get gay in dark.
Oh, I'm scared.
They did it. Do you ever see that?
Oh, I'm scared.
You ever read that study where they would take strangers, men and women, and they would put them in rooms and they would turn all the lights off? And basically, they would meet a little bit in the beginning, but they didn't know. And then they would have all the lights turned off, and they'd be like, nobody can see anything you're doing, and nothing you do can be held against you.
Guys started just jacking off.
People would make out. No, people would make out. There'd be all kinds of titty grabbing, all kinds of ass grabbing, but it'd be like mutual.
Were these like college kids, though?
Yeah, young, good-looking. No, I'm sorry, but they were primarily, I believe, white, middle class to,
like younger, though.
Yeah, younger. And they would
haven't read that study.
Well, they'd start.
And I don't think a lot of people have. Because I think you're making it up.
No, I'm not. And I'll find it for you. It was a study of kind of figuring out how people behave when nobody's looking at them, right? So it's like the honor jar. You know that story where they put where you take a bagel and you're supposed to put $1 in.
Dude,
and when it would rain out, people would cheat.
I know.
People would be like, it's raining. I'm not going to give them money today.
I was at Target this past weekend buying some stuff. I moved to a new house, right? So you need little knapsacks and all that bullshit here and there. And so we have this cart full of stuff. It's chaotic. It's Target. There's a million people, things going on. The lady's doing this. She's pointing all over. We have stuff on the bottom. And the total adds up. I'm like, okay, give her the thing. And we get to the car, I look at the receipt I'm like, seems a little, I feel like it should have been more. I go through it. She missed the big thing on the bottom. She missed 2 things on the top.
Now, before you tell me what happened.
I sat there and I thought.
Because put me in this position. So here's how I look at it. I look at it as this Target. It's a big company.
Machine.
It's a machine. I then say to myself, I could walk with these 3 things that are free. However, here's what I would worry about.
They're already overpriced you on everything, and it's Target.
Look, I know all the answers. I know. And here's the thing. I don't want her to get in trouble, okay, because she may have a number based on, but then again, it's only based on what she scanned. So her register has to match to what she scanned.
So she's out of the...
she's out. So the only people getting hurt are...
is the machine.
Target.
The machine.
And I don't know if they're going to miss, 3 backpacks and stuff. So I may, and I don't believe in this, it's still theft.
Now it's 100 degrees out, packed.
Yeah.
I'm going off 3 hours of sleep.
In that case...
and I'm hungry.
Yeah, in that case, I think that all of us would be forgiven if we kind of went, whoops! And even in your own brain, you're like, I didn't see that.
Yep.
And I don't know what I would do.
What do you think I did?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of when push comes to shove, I don't know what I would do. I'm going to say I don't know what I would do.
What do you think I did?
What I think you did is you went, see ya! And took off.
Nope.
You paid.
I went back in there.
Yeah.
I said, you missed these 3 things. She goes, oh my God. And I paid cash. Mm-hmm. So they couldn't have got this at all. But I went in there, I thought, what if they do see it and she gets fired? She might need this job. I don't want that.
That's what I would worry about.
I don't want that, so I was a little worried about that.
I don't care about
And my girl goes, no, you pay cash so they can't track that. I go, I know, but what happens if?
Yes.
And she gets fired. It was hot, so I went back in. She goes, are you kidding me? I went, no, you missed these 2 chairs and that giant coffee table underneath.
Ooh, that's big, though.
Oh, it was like, it was an extra $600.
So it was an extra $600.
Right around that, so I went back in.
You got to pay for that.
Gave her the cash.
I thought you were talking about like an extra $30, $32 that she missed.
But you know why else I thought, I got a lot of good things going right now. I got a kid. Karma is a bitch.
Yes.
Karma's a motherfucker. I don't need to steal from her. Things are good where you know, if you're struggling for money, you're like, God, this was a break. This is time for God. Let's get in the car and get out of here. That's different.
Yes.
For me, I was like, dude, things are too well.
Well, sometimes you're faced with weird things too. Like I dropped a wrapper, okay, in a hallway, and I was like, I could eat. I didn't feel very well. I was like, I don't feel like bending down and picking up that candy wrapper. But then I was like, somebody else has to do it, and I was like, I got to do it. I got to pick it up. It's a little. It seems like a little detail.
Oh, they're gonna eat at me.
It eats at me. Yeah, I don't want to be. I just don't want to. I don't want to leave any mess for somebody else to clean up.
Dude, the other day I was going to get my haircut before I was headed to San Diego the day before. They only accept cash. Hashtag Lincoln Barbers, best in the world. All Mexican barbers there. They always do a brilliant job. Anyways, they only accept cash. I'm walking out and I had like $200 cash, but in just 2 bills. So two $100 bills. I'm walking, I have my sweats on because I just got done working out. $100 bill slipped on out. I didn't know. Because I was wrangling with my headphones. I keep walking. Some guy comes up and goes, "Hey, man," and kind of, you know, he didn't look like he was balling. You know, you could tell, like, you know, working blue collar man. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you dropped this," and I went, "Oh shit, that's $100, man." I didn't grab that one. That's $100. He goes, "Yeah, you literally dropped it back there, man. You don't lose $100. Like, you can keep it, man." He goes, "You fucking give me, you can keep it." Just kept on keeping.
That's really cool. But that's a good
sucked
man.
My dick.
No, don't ruin the story.
Oh, no, you gotta.
No, but that's a good man. And I think most people would be that way.
You know what? My dad, when I was young, and then we'll get into some shit after this, and we'll quit patting ourselves on the back. My dad.
You're not patting yourself on the back. You're just talking about ethics.
My dad, when I was young, I found $20. Especially when you're a kid, it's like, oh shit, we going Sizzler Pops. I'm Scrooge McDuck rich. I found $20 in the road up the street. I was playing basketball with my brother. And my dad goes, "Where'd you get?" Because I was like 8. He's like, "Where the fuck did you get $20?" I'm like, "Dad, I found it. Someone must have dropped it up there." You're like, "Go put it back."
No,
I was like, in the street though.
No.
Even then, I was like, in the street though. He goes, "Go put it back," because they might have.
I like the lesson. It
was a lesson.
Yeah.
I went, "Oh, okay." I went back and like I crumpled up and was like.
Yeah.
The wind was like,
no, I'm taking.
"Hey, Dad,
no.
We're just throwing money away now, man. How about you just teach me the lesson? Let me keep the $20 so I can get a giant fucking king size bag of Oreos."
I've always had a fantasy of coming across $1 million in a drug stash and just being like, "What?" Like, you know, you're in the woods or whatever you are, and you're like, "What's under this tire? I'm gonna look for snakes." And whoops.
Do you ever hear about the lady who bought I think it was a man or a lady, bought a house, older house, and in the walls he could like hear something, he thought it was rats or something. He's like, "What the old house?" He's like, "What the fuck?" Goes in the walls, finds like bricks from 1492, full gold bricks.
Oh, yeah.
Worth $30 million.
Well, you know, the guy who we won't mention, but the guy who did our table, ask him about when he found probably $1 million worth of silver in the walls of an old house.
Oh, yeah,
for a producer he was helping with. And what did he do? He told the guy who owned the house, "I wouldn't have it."
What'd that guy do?
That guy kept it all for himself.
He's like, "Oh, thanks."
And said, "I'm going to cut you guys in," because he would have to pay taxes.
Did he do anything?
And never did. And I would have known that. And that's another ethical question. Now, what do you do there? Now, hold on. He bought the house, okay? You're doing work for him. You find this stash that belonged to a lady who had died. She died a long time ago, okay?
But technically, the guy who bought the house, that's his property.
He didn't buy that silver. That silver actually belongs to the estate or the state. You're going to have to pay. There's a lot of laws around that where you're definitely going to have to pay taxes or something.
Really?
On it. Oh, yeah. You don't just get to keep that. And chances are there's a distant relative that legally it goes to and all that stuff. We didn't know.
So for sure sell on the black market.
Well, what I would have been like, "That's $1 million worth of silver. I'm being paid to do work on your house." Okay. Now I found that silver in your walls. I think personally, I might just sneak that silver, or I'm going to sneak my share and go, "Hey, dude, I found some silver,"
exactly.
and I'll cut it.
It depends my relationship.
Yeah.
If the guy's cool and he's always been great to me, gives me
he was.
If he's a dick, I probably would have kept some. Like, "Hey, I found some fucking silver."
Yeah.
Wow, you found $50,000 worth of silver?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what I would have done.
500,000.
And then they didn't. They called the guy right away.
Dude, I had a guy in college. You know, when you're in college, you need money. And so at the football center, the Dow Ward Center, they'd post like looking for summer jobs, extra money, like let us know, let Hansberg know. So Klopp and I let him know. He's like, oh, this old man needs help moving. He's moving from this giant house in this weird fucking hobbit house in the mountains of Boulder. Like, all right, we'll help him. And they go, good money too, man, $20 an hour. For us, we're like, damn, sick. We wake up at 7 a.m. We get there. The guy's weird as shit, eating hummus with his fingers. He's moving out of this big house into this, literally this top of the mountain.
Eating hummus with his fingers.
Yeah, teeth like fucking Shrek. He's moving to this little place up in the mountains. It's tiny. It's in the mountain. It's so weird. He just wants to like die up there. So we're moving, and it is work. We're working 8 hours. And he goes, if you guys don't break anything, I'll give you a bonus. I know you only supposed to be here 4 hours. You guys work an extra 4 hours. I'm going to give everyone a bonus. We'll take care of you. So we're getting to work. We really need the money. And we get done, and he goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mail everyone's check, man. I'm going to mail a check to everybody. Like, okay. And just never, he never paid. Of course he did. He never, ever paid. Of course ever. He didn't pay anyone. And you're not going to hike. I couldn't even tell you how to get this house. I mean, it was the weirdest house I've ever seen. It was just like, see you guys.
Have you ever been scanned by somebody and given them the money anyway? I was at the airport.
Yeah, I remember I had a guy with my girl's car. She was like, oh, my friend.
Yep.
And he took my girl's car, kept it for 3 days. He's supposed to wrap it. We're getting like this army green wrap on it and black rims. Kept it for 3 or 4 days. I keep texting him, but, oh, it's not, don't worry, man, it's taking a little longer. Gave him whatever, $3,500. Then he just didn't do the job, just disappeared. I know where he works now. I know where he lives. Yeah, motherfucker, if you're watching this, know where you work, know where you live. And I'm just like,
fuck it.
What are you going to do?
Yeah,
I sent some guys there to figure it out. Not for $3,500. There's more money, sure.
I had a guy at the airport come up. He's in a suit, and he had his bags on one of those push things. And he's like, sir, do you know where I can... I'm trying to find a bank machine or something. And I'm like, oh, boy. Anyway, he gives me this long roundabout story about how he got robbed, and he's trying to get to the thing. And I was like, how much do you need, man? And he goes, you know, I mean, right now I would just take $20. I mean, whatever you can afford. Obviously, I need 100 to get to... And I go 100. No, I knew what he was doing because I could see that his bag. He had a bag that you hang suits in. Yeah. It had wire hangers, and it would look like it was deflated. There was nothing in there. Yeah. It was a really lame. Hustle. And he had mung around his lips, and he was obviously some kind of a junkie, but he was probably 50 or 48, and I was just like, and he had thick black hair, back, and you probably used to be a handsome guy back in the day, and I went, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you $60. And he goes, and I will pay you back. I need your address. I go, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. He goes, it does matter. It does matter. It matters to me. And he was like being on. I was like, listen, let me do it. And I go, you know what? I'm going to give you 80. I just wanted to fuck with him. And he goes, $80. I'm going to pay you back, sir. I insist on your address. And I gave him a fake address. I go, yeah, make sure you give that back to me because I'm sure you will. And he kept going, it does matter. It does.
Hey, you're going,
thank you. Thank you. I'm like, yeah, right. I just walked away like, fuck off. You're not going to scam me.
Hey, tell him the story when you're on the airport and that guy was trying to be your friend.
Oh my God!
He goes like this. He goes,
no, first of all,
I thought it's so hard. He goes,
no. So there's a guy sitting there. He was obviously, he used to be ex-military, and he's kind of really well dressed, handsome, tall, white hair with an impeccable white waxed mustache, impeccable. And he sits next to me, and he's yes, thank you very much, I appreciate that, thank you. I will. I'll have a little more ice, please. Thank you so much, thank you, I appreciate that. And he's kind of reading, and he looks over, and I'm writing, and he says, are you a writer? And I said, well, I'm trying to be a writer.
Yes.
He goes, fantastic, that's amazing. Long story short, he goes, I would love to read some of your writing.
Did you guys talk on the plane for a while?
Yeah, of course, you know me, I'll talk
the whole flight you were talking, especially if he's a Navy SEAL.
Yeah. And he wasn't a Navy SEAL, he was a military, he'd done something.
Okay.
And he was but a lifelong military guy who just retired. And he said, I would love to read some of your stuff. And I said, well, I'll send it to you. And he said, great. Give me your address. And then finally, he kind of one thing after another, and he said,
this is the end of the flight.
No, he said, and I would love to grab coffee sometime. And he shook my hand. And he goes, I love to make friends. And then I go, oh yeah. And he goes, but I got to warn you. And I go, what's that? He goes, if I make a friend, I make it for life. And he's just looking at his hand. And I went, I've never done this. You know me, I'm pretty slick. I went, oh, well, okay then, I don't know. And there it is.
I feel like this is a big commitment.
So embarrassed.
We don't know each other.
And boy, I went right back to my computer, and he realized that he had overstepped his boundaries because I wasn't ready. I just a little over the bra first date.
That's like trying to go
over the bra. Don't try to get down my pants.
Don't try going anal on the first date.
I mean, for real.
That's what he tried doing.
Hey, go let me peel this peach. Yeah, I don't even know you, bro. Yeah, exactly.
I had this.
And by the way, I felt bad at the end of the flight. I kind of just went right back in my thing and just got over. And I looked at him and I went, I was there. I go, I'll send you my stuff because he'd give me. He goes, I would like that, thank you. I was like, yep.
Dude, I had a guy who was at the kid park in Santa Monica. I'm with little tigers running around, and this other kid playing with him. The guy comes and goes, "Is that your son?" I went, "Sure is." Right? We look identical. I was just my kid. I go, "Sure is." Long story short, we start talking, and he goes, "You know what, man? You know what, man? Where do you live?" I went,
oh boy.
Where do I live? Close to here. I'm not gonna tell him. Pretty close to here. I walked there, and he goes, "Yeah, me too, man. I live right up the hill." I went, "It's cool, man. Good for you." And I knew where this was going. I went, how old is the kid? He goes, "Yeah, he's 7. You live close to here?" I went, "Yeah." So he goes, "We should do something on Friday. You and I should do something on Friday." I went,
wow,
that's super aggressive. Yeah. And he's like, mid-40s.
Sure.
Yeah, and you watch UFC.
Doesn't have a lot of friends. Yeah. Figured you don't have a lot of friends. Figure you're in need of. You guys have been hitting it off.
Oh God! And I just went, "Oh, dude, I'm crazy busy on Friday night." He goes, "Yeah, I get that, man." Then Saturday, are you? And I just went, dude, I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Nice guy. Right?
Of course not.
Super busy, dude. I'm just really busy, man. I don't have a lot of time to do extra stuff. With the kid. You get it, right?
I'm swamped.
I get it. He goes, "Yeah." We just exchanged numbers, and I was like, I literally just like, "Yeah, for sure. Tiger," and I ran off, and then just put him in the car. I was like,
yeah.
All set on friends, amigo. Yeah, we're not hanging out.
It's the John
Friday and Saturday.
It's the John Stamos.
Hey man, you trying to fuck? Unless you got a set of tits or you're a friend, I have no time.
Yeah.
Unless you got a blowout ass.
You get suspicious,
Unless
right?
you got a blowout ass and a terrible childhood, I can't do this. I'm all set on friends, man.
I can't do it.
I can't do this.
John Stamos' great line. You want to be my friend? I don't need any new friends. I'm too old. You want to be my friend? You got to own a jet. If you own a jet, you can fly me places for free. Then we can talk.
Yeah,
Other than that, I'm all set.
It was tough. Yeah, my parking lot's all full with friends. Dude, I could use a friend on Saturday though. La Jolla, I'm sorry, on Thursday night. La Jolla? You been to La Jolla? Let me tell you something about La Jolla before
Don't tell me anything about La Jolla.
Let me tell you something about La Jolla.
No.
It is the best place in America.
Well, you gave me... I'm going to buy
a vacation home there.
I know, bro. I got 5 texts.
Dude, and the crowd, I don't know if you ever stayed at the condo. It's a classic. You have to.
I'm already
Jim Carrey stayed there. Some of the best of all time. I stayed at the condo. I get the keys to that condo. I could smell.
I know, but you're making me
mad.
Condo. You're making me mad, okay? Because
it's right on the beach. Sold out Comedy Store. I don't know if you ever sold that place out. Let me tell you what it's like to sell that place out. That place is magical. Hey, the Comedy Store, I'm thinking about getting a Comedy Store tattoo. The Comedy Store is magical. It is the best place on earth, man. And they said, we'd love to have Brian. I said, you know what? I'll figure it out. I'll figure out. We'll get him up here. A lot of people were asking about you. It was just a really good show. Chin, Arsema came. We had a good time, man. And then, I went to this great breakfast spot. Hey, bro. I got connection. I can get you into the Comedy Store at La Jolla if you want.
I want to say a couple things.
Have you been there?
I want to say a couple things. All right. Number one, you fucking Johnny come lately to the train. You motherfucker. I've been doing stand-up for 7 minutes because I've been timing on my fucking phone. I've been going to the Comedy Store in La Jolla since 2005. Right?
2005?
Yeah.
It's a long time.
So that's longer than you've been alive. So shut up. You were born in 2006. Now shut up.
Okay.
All right? Because you're an infant. Now,
you had some good times there?
Have
you stayed at the condo, though?
It's amazing. I have to say that I'm a little furious because you've created your own touring business with this fucking podcast, The Big Brown Breakdown. And you have a touring business where you play to sold-out crowds. And I've been doing this shit since 2005 on the road, slagging away, not filling rooms on a Thursday. And here you fucking come with 5, 6 texts. Hey man, La Jolla's awesome. It's fucking great. Yeah, I know. Because I've done it. I've done it a dozen times.
I don't know, though. You know?
I've done it over a dozen times.
I don't know, though.
So I don't need you fucking telling me that La Jolla is great.
Well,
And it bothers me that you're
feel left
selling out on the road with your newfound touring business. It's so annoying that your shows are busting at the seams.
Hey, bro.
They're busting at the seams.
I was your top student.
And I gotta do local press to fill rooms. I'll be at the fucking Comedy Mix in Vancouver, and then I'll be in Denver, you sons of bitches, at the Comedy Mix.
Let me do this. Please buy us tickets.
Hey, I don't need you.
No, I got you.
I don't need
It's the
you.
least I can do. You gave me a start.
Oh my God.
Start singing Sarah McLachlan. Please buy a ticket to Brian Callen's show. He's been doing it a long time, working hard. You appreciate it. Vancouver and Denver, fucking hometown heroes. Buy a ticket to Brian Callen's show. Least I can do, man.
Yeah. Anyway, proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Well done.
It was a fun time.
Don't talk to me about any place that you go to. I've been there.
Well, we've shared some new experiences together.
Yes, we have.
You've never been at the Vic Theater, you fuck. Chicago.
No, you're right.
You were in a 930 Club.
Sure haven't.
Special places.
No, I haven't. I paired up with a fighter and my touring business blew up. Son of a bitch. I give you all the credit, though. Well done.
This dark makes me weird.
Yeah. Hey, can we... so did you find that fight to be...
You talking about Anthony Joshua?
I'm talking about Anthony Joshua, who
Klitschko?
showed us something. Who showed us that he's a real champion.
Hold on. Or Chin, you weren't with us at the time. 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I did on Rogan, I did on this show, I said Anthony Joshua's the next
I
big
remember
thing.
that.
Remember that?
I remember that very
They were
well.
like, who's Anthony Joshua? What about this guy? Deontay Wilder. Goo. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man.
He's the truth. And he,
Scary fight.
to get knocked
How about that
down.
entrance? No, let's just start from the beginning. How about the entrance? Did you see the build up? Oh my!
No.
I've never seen a entrance like that.
Well, the UK...
He walks out.
God.
Hold up. He walks out. They put him on rafters. They raise him up. His initials are in red flames, just flames, real flames. And he's standing there, and they're just AJ Anthony Joshua. He's up there for 5 minutes, awkward. I'm like, holy fuck, he better win. This looks ridiculous. It was amazing, but I'm like, God, the pressure. Your hometown.
Yeah.
And then he gets in there, 90,000 sold out. I get an argument with
90,000.
I got an argument with some people online because I went, Anthony Joshua is the biggest draw in boxing right now. Biggest draw in there. No, Canelo sold out Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Listen, you little twerps. All they made available was 50,000 tickets to Dallas Stadium.
Okay.
They didn't open up the 100. It seats 100,000
For a reason. They didn't open it up
he
for a
sold
reason.
50,000 of the tickets available. They didn't make 100,000 available. They only made 50,000 available. He's not selling 100,000 tickets. He's not. Maybe in Mexico he could. I bet in Mexico he'd sell
Probably.
80, 90,000, 100,000. But besides the fact, in 2 hours, Anthony Joshua in England, Wembley, I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, that's remarkable. Wembley Stadium.
Canelo would need, well, they could have done Chavez Jr. maybe in Mexico, and that would have been a big draw. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Chavez Jr., you know.
That's in Mexico, right?
That's in Mexico.
I think Anthony Joshua is... And by the way...
You haven't seen him fight before, right?
I had not. I'd seen highlights. I'd never seen a full fight.
Good-looking dude.
Well, he's a
well.
magnificent-looking man, right? I mean, he really is. I mean, for just in every aspect of how incredible he looks. And Klitschko's no slouch either. I mean, these are two like uber men.
He was also 42.
Yeah.
He's 42. He lost a lot of weight because he thought speed and footwork was going to be his kind of keys to win this fight.
And it was for a long time.
I got to be honest, he beat one of the best Klitschkos I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
Klitschko looked amazing. His footwork, in and out, his jabs, everything looked great. It's just Anthony Joshua was just a monster. But
He was hitting him a
when
lot.
Joshua
Wouldn't you
knocked
say-
him down in the 5th round and celebrate, remember, anytime he hits someone, it's over. So you see him, and it's the shot they're giving now. It's all over the media. He's like this, very Muhammad Ali-like, where he's putting his arms up and Klitschko's down like that. He thought he won. And then you see the rest of the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. He looked fucking depleted.
Yeah, explain that.
He was screwed.
What was that?
Well, mentally, you click out. You're like, oh, I won. Click, and all that, like the nerves, the adrenaline, all that goes. It's over.
Oh.
It's like all the stress, everything. It's over.
Yes.
The focus, your blinders go. Woo! Oh, I won. Party time.
Wow.
And your body kind of relaxes, And so you could just see, like, mentally, I'm like, he's kind of fucked, man. I could see his face. In the corner, I could see what was going on. And then Klitschko, just footwork came back, really starts pressing him, and then just get,
just knocks him down.
9th, 10th, I mean, it was amazing. But for Joshua, this is what you want. If you're a Joshua fan, you don't want him to go in there in that 5th round, hits Klitschko, he's out. Because then we don't know what Joshua's made of. Then you almost have a paper champion where you're like, I don't know, he really hasn't faced a lot of guys. Is this a case of Klitschko just being older? It's definitely not that. Klitschko got knocked down, came back, looked better, knocked Anthony Joshua, flatlined him.
Yes.
He pops up, weathers the storm in 2 rounds. We took about 2, 3, 4, 5, started really picking back up, 3, 4, 5 rounds later. And then you just see that Joshua, he's the champion that you want. Well, that makes sense because you don't learn much. He's never been past the 7th round, ever.
Right.
So we've never seen him get knocked down. We've never seen him face adversity. We've never seen him face a world-class guy ever. His competition has been shit. That's the way boxing goes.
Yeah.
So I was high on him because he has all the tools, but mentally you don't know what's going to happen. When he came back, I'm like, well, there's the real fucking deal.
That's right.
There's the real deal. He's the real deal.
But I was also intrigued because Klitschko was winning most of those rounds, at least point-wise. It looked like he was hitting him more.
How did you score it?
I scored. I'd have to go back and
say
fight
the fight didn't get stopped.
But I would say if the fight didn't get stopped.
Let's score it from that round. Let's say
you got to give. So you got to give. It's 2 10-8 rounds to Joshua. Okay, but for the most part,
no. You went so score it before the knockout. It'd only be 1 10-8 round for Joshua.
then I got Klitschko winning
by 1 round.
Yes.
Most of the experts had Klitschko by 1 round.
Yeah.
I had Joshua by 1 round because you can't give Klitschko a 10-8 round in the 6th and not Joshua a 10-8 round in the 5th. Because he dropped him hard in the 5th. Not as hard as that Klitschko dropped him, but either way, if you give that one a 10-8, you got to give
those two cancel each other out.
So then I had Joshua by 1 round.
But see, I saw Klitschko. Klitschko won the 6th, 7th, and probably 8th round. I think just off points, right?
But then I gave Joshua the basically all the rounds leading up to the 5th.
Oh, you did?
Maybe. So let's say, all right. So maybe give him 1. So you give Klitschko 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Joshua, right?
Yeah.
And then you give him 9, 10.
I saw Klitschko. I felt Klitschko was peppering Joshua in the beginning of the fight, like more. He was hitting him more.
Not really.
Jabs and just.
But yeah, if you look, and Copy Strike doesn't always tell the tale of the story.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch.
But I think Klitschko landed more like jabs, but Anthony Joshua, percentage-wise, landed more power punches, and that's usually what wins the fight. The power punches do. I mean, Klitschko had top 3 best jabs of all time, hands down.
Amazing.
Monster. So on their contract they signed a 2-fight deal. So they have to fight again if Klitschko wants it. But I think Joshua can fight outside of that belt. Because remember that was to merge the belts. It was for another belt. So I think
he can fight. He can fight
Fury. He can fight Deontay Wilder. You're talking about different belts.
So there's really intriguing fights here because what I want to see for the second fight with Klitschko and Joshua is let's see if Klitschko, because he's so smart and such a strategic fighter, let's see what his game plan is. But he had a pretty amazing game plan. I don't know how you improve on that.
I think he needs to let his right hand go more. He's so reserved with his right hand. Yeah. That right hand landed. I've never seen anyone eat Klitschko right hand and live to see the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he flushed. Knocked Joshua down. Joshua pops up, but I think if he releases more right hands, and then I think in the rematch, I'm dying to see it. It's the best fight to make right now.
Yeah.
But I think Joshua is the one who can make the most improvement. I think Klitschko, that's the best I've seen in a long time. Yeah. So we know what Klitschko's going to do with the footwork and all that, more jabs and all that. But Joshua, he wasn't throwing combos, which he's known as a combo puncher. He was just looking for the big shot, which obviously it ended up working out for him. But
that's right. And the guy who has more to go, you could see that Joshua, as far as strategically, he's
26,
he's
never been past the 7th round, never been that mag 2.
He's going to be great. He has a lot of room for improvement. He's going to be great.
There's a lot of great fights for him too. There's Wilder. There's Fury. He wants to fight Fury.
He wants to fight Fury. What? So give me your
Deontay Wilder. There's Fury. There's Homeboy in New Zealand. Oh, they're going to kill me. We're not saying his fucking name. Oh God, I forget. Sorry, guys, but he's a monster. There's a lot of good heavyweight prospects.
So give me. What do you think about Fury
Fury's a tough one. Fury's 400 pounds right now. He's considered mentally unfit to fight.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Will you look him up, Chin? Who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's they were mentally unfit to fight. Now he's getting back in shape. They show him he's literally 400 pounds. Like, you know,
400.
he has so much work to do.
How tall is he?
6'8". That fight's not happening anytime soon. The thing with Fury is that I'm more scared of that matchup than I am Klitschko for Joshua, because Fury's so unconventional. You can't get your rhythm, your timing down. He makes it a boring fight. The build-up would be great, but the actual fight,
Oh my God, the build-up.
it's not a great fight.
Two hometown boys.
If I'm Joshua, granted I think he can beat him. It just Fury makes everyone look like shit because he's so weird and awkward. Who knows if he's going to show up? Remember, 2 fights with Klitschko got canceled. One Klitschko fight, one his fight. Joseph Parker. Shout out to Joseph Parker. So you got Joseph Parker, New Zealand dude, fucking monster.
Really?
He is literally Joshua's toughest test.
Has he got some Maori in him?
If you don't know who he is, look up his highlight. So Anthony Parker, we don't know him here. Most guys don't know him here.
Joshua Gordon.
Yeah,
Joseph
Parker.
Yeah, Joseph Parker. Most of them don't know him here, but outside of this, he's a fucking monster. But it doesn't make sense for Joshua to fight him right now because no one knows who he is.
Is he
Joshua,
tall and big too?
he's a big dude and fucking monster. Knocks dudes out. So for Joshua, really, it's rematch with Klitschko would be the biggest payday. You got to do that again, which I think he wins again. But it's it's a tough fight. And then Fury, and then Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's the less big name here.
But what about Deontay Wilder? It's the best American heavyweight for sure.
What's that mean?
That's what I'm saying. So what is his skill level in relation to Anthony Joshua? Similar, physically gifted and all that stuff.
A little different. Wilder's, he was a basketball player. He's tall. He's lanky. He doesn't use his jab very well. He has a right hand, right? The bronze bomber. He's right hand from fucking the heavens. And that's it. He doesn't throw a lot of combo punches. He really only looks for that big punch. Out of Klitschko, Fury, Parker, Wilder's the easiest matchup there.
Really? Wow.
It's a fun fight, but like Wilder, he's not selling out. He wouldn't sell out T-Mobile Arena. He wouldn't sell out the Forum now.
No.
And again, he hasn't faced a lot of competition. His record's I think 32-0 or something like that. But
it's gonna be good. Some great
heavyweight's great right now. And then this weekend is Canelo.
This could be the year of great heavyweights.
But also just boxing in general.
Yeah.
This weekend is Canelo Alvarez versus Julio Chavez.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm playing at my house.
You're
out of town.
I'm in freaking Vancouver.
Oh.
On stage.
They love Mexican boxing there.
Oh, huge there.
And then there's so many great matchups. But. Yes, sir. Yeah,
I can't wait.
Give me that dick in the dark.
No, you reach for my
Give me that dick in the dark.
You reach for my dongy dong.
What else is up, buddy?
What else is up? Let me think here. Oh, well, I got a very extensive checkup.
Dude, if you talk about the doctor one more time,
look,
did they check your brain? All you've talked about is doctor.
I know the doctor wanted me to poo in cups and send in samples of my poo to a test tube. I don't want to do it. It's just I don't feel like doing it. And
you cut it off like it's chocolate mousse.
You just take a little. You shit in a tray and then you gotta put it in a test tube. Fuck off and send it to a thing. I know. I'm fine. I don't want to do all this crazy shit.
Oh, you know who? Yeah, fuck your shit. You know who's coming in this week is Shark. I thought Jay Shop's here for the Big Round Breakdown.
I'm very happy about that.
Will you leave when? Thursday? Jay gets here on Wednesday.
All right, let's have dinner. Wednesday night.
Well, I have a show Wednesday night. That's why he's here.
I forgot about that. That's right.
We'll figure it out.
Cancel your show and we'll have dinner?
Okay, not.
Because it's sold out. Sold out.
Keep trying to kiss you.
I'm not kissing you, dude.
Hey, how about the other day? When I texted you yesterday, I went, hey, we should do the show and fuck each other. And you went, I'm not in that. I went, neither am I, stupid autocorrect. And then ... Unless you're into that sort of thing. You went, definitely not your phone, man. I went, you're right, bro. I forget what it was. It's weird, though.
Yeah, you go.
What was it?
I go. It's so stupid.
Oh, you went to our boys' party in, was that Malibu?
Todd Feldman's.
Was it Malibu?
Shout out to Todd. Yeah, it was great. Great. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. His wife has a clothing company, and she uses a lot of Brazilian models. So,
Well, she was a model.
yes, and she's beautiful too. She looks like Penelope Cruz, but maybe even hotter.
But white as shit. Think Penelope Cruz, but just white as fuck. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful kid. Dude,
You want to go late, get weird? We're talking about Todd's party. If you want to go late, get weird, then I got another text. Fuck each other on the beach? I was like, no, man, that's not my scene. And I get, ugh, fucking autocorrect. Just joking. Unless you're not, then I'm cool with it. And I go, no, I think you're serious, and I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I've been running the San Marcos stairs like a madman because I live over there.
Yeah.
I'm just a madman. If you're single,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's okay.
what in the
Yeah.
world? Chin, you need to get your ass up these stairs.
It's
better
great
get your
looking
ass
men
up
and
these
women.
fucking
And
stairs.
then you get the guys doing the pull-ups.
Dude, I saw one guy. I wanted to be like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Don't dress like that. Just because they sell it at Lululemon, you
Yeah.
don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
You do not have to. What are you
Spend a
doing?
lot of time in the mirror before his workout.
Dude, full.
If you tell me how to bend
gel in
freak
hair,
out. Oh, okay.
bandana, Lululemon band, like the headband, but doesn't have long hair. Don't make sense with long hair. That's why you wear hats or headbands.
Yeah.
That's why I wear hats or headbands.
Yeah.
Matching yellow Lululemon top, pants, shoes, socks.
You gay?
Wasn't I don't
If you're
think
gay,
so.
then it's okay.
Well, very. I mean, bodied
It's like I
up.
was at a party. The guy had his shorts and he tucked his shirt. And I said to Todd, I go, please, I'm going to go tell that guy to untuck his tank top. And Todd said, well, he's a gay man. He's so gay, in fact,
good.
that there's flames shooting out of his butt. I was like, well, that makes sense.
Well, then good.
He didn't say it in a bad way. He just said that. Then I go, well, you're allowed to. In that case, if you're very flamboyant and gay, I want you to dress like a
Me
piece
too.
of candy.
Me too. So I know what's going on. So I don't make the mistake.
It's funny how you're allowed to do certain things. If you're a German,
you can have your mustache like this.
you can have what? No. That would be no. But if you're Michael Jordan, you can wear a Hitler mustache. Somehow you get away.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Somehow,
or Charlie
Michael
Chaplin.
Jordan decided to have a Hitler
And
mustache.
no one said anything.
No.
Is it because he's black?
I guess. Where I would be like, Michael, listen.
If he came out in that, if I was his nacho, I'd be like,
the only person that's ever worn that mustache, the only person
I'm like,
is
so
Hitler.
just so you know, like, and listen, you do it. You're there, Jordan. You're the greatest of all time. There's only been one other guy that wore that.
One other guy.
Did
One other guy.
they go over that in North Carolina or no?
Hitler
Who?
mustache.
Rhymes with Bitler. Take it from there, sir. Now
so
you could
weird.
shave it off, or you can leave the Hitler.
Hanes underwear. I was like, man, all right, yeah, it's Michael Jordan.
Only Michael Jordan gets away with that. The only guy in the world.
That's
Anyone else does that, what the fuck you doing?
That's exactly
You can't get any job in the world.
That's exactly right.
Haynes is like, fucking slim roll with the Hitler.
I wonder if he did that.
I saw
Why
some-
would you do that? I wonder if he was like, you know what?
No way.
See if I can get away
Let's
with
see
this
if I can get away. No way. Dude, there's some girl in tights and a thong, and I'm just trying to get my work in, man. I'm trying to burn some calories, eat a donut, trying to do work.
Yeah.
She's up the stairs they're like a couple, one, two.
Well, it's honeydews. A couple honeydews.
Honeydews
Yep.
in gray spandex where it hides nothing.
Yeah.
Black thong, but every step she's stepping up and then she's doing this. She's stepping up and then going.
Oh yeah.
The ass.
Yeah.
She's flipped, and I'm like, well, she's an ass expert.
Yeah.
So I started doing it.
You did.
I'm real sore. I started
right?
I started when I get to the top. I started
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah.
And then I said something really lame. We got to the top, and I said something like, no wonder. Because in my head, I was thinking, no wonder she has an ass like that.
I think that's actually
and I
appropriate.
music on,
That's actually appropriate.
And I just looked at it, and I went, it's hot out. She was, yeah. I went, no wonder.
Trying to cover up.
And I just ran off the other direction. Like I'm in 5th grade. Cooties! Ran the
No
other way.
wonder.
But you know when you have a conversation in your head, I'm like, God,
Yeah.
no wonder she has a great ass. She's doing that all
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
And then you're just talking in your head, and then she said something like, no wonder.
I tell you, I've done that with my son where I'm having my own conversation and I get so wrapped up in a conversation in my own head.
Yeah, you're
He's
crazy,
backseat and I go, yeah, that guy's a fucking moron. And my son goes, who's a fucking moron?
Oh,
His father.
no.
I go, damn it. No,
God
never mind. I'm
damn it.
talking to myself. Don't say that word.
Good Lord. Well, yeah, a couple creeps. You remember the current events, Chin?
I do. I wrote them down just in case.
0 dark 30, fighter and the kid. 0 dark 30, fighter and the kid.
0 dark 30, fighter and the kid. We're in the dark.
I'm going to do the big round breakdown Wednesday at the Ice House of Pasadena in the dark.
Nice.
Well, I want to be something new.
Don't fondle each other or do.
Before we start the show, don't fuck each other in here.
It's a grope-free environment unless it ain't.
Big Brown Breakdown, cocksuck in the dark.
No, what? Can you not be that aggressive? Can we just say groping? Like, that's so cocksuck. Especially the way you pop your K's.
It's too much.
Cocksucker.
Hey, I'll tell you where I'm going to get a nice fucking cowboy slap to the face and a dick suck is Oklahoma when we're there May 20th at the casino there. The nice casino.
Calusa Casino.
Calusa Casino. Good food there.
Great coffee house.
The best coffee house we've been all over America.
Yep.
Oklahoma, Arkansas border. It's very strange. We're confused too. You guys know what the fuck we're talking about. They have the best coffee
planned
ever.
around that coffee house.
That's all we're gonna do. That's all there is to do.
And we're gonna go see that snapping turtle again.
You think he's there?
I guarantee he's there. I 100%
Dude,
guarantee.
let him bite your foot.
No. Are you out of your mind? That would hurt
With your
so
shoe
badly.
on? Our boy would do it. Who we had on?
Coyote Peterson.
Coyote Peterson let it.
No, you
Coyote
can't.
Peterson will let
Not
that
with
thing
an-
bite his dick.
No, not with an alligator snapping turtle.
This older one.
They'll take your toes off.
No, this older one. You're
They
good.
take your toes off.
So in Oklahoma, there's a guy who sits around, and all the kids gather, and he has a giant turtle. And he just hangs there, waiting for someone to, and the thing just pisses on him.
Yeah.
Just waits there.
Yeah.
Old fucking Brian Riders. I'm like fucking stranger danger. Moving on. See ya.
Not me.
And I was like, oh, turtle. I'm like, very cool. What are you in 3rd grade?
He bit into a phone book and I held on to it. Or maybe it was a People magazine. Either way. It was a good time. That guy will be there. He looks exactly like his turtle.
That guy might have passed away from
Diabetes. From
or
eating too
high
much sugar.
cholesterol.
Yep. Or the amount of sun his pink skin has taken in.
He looks like a hot dog when it's overcooked and they burst.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
skin is on
He's got-
the break of death.
He's got barnacles.
He might, if he's listening, he's like, fuck you guys,
Yeah.
man. I'm doing great.
He's got barnacles.
His turtle.
Even
might
his
die.
turtle's like, dude, use some moisturizer on your skin.
His turtle's not doing well either, though. His turtle opens his mouth. I'm like, you gotta hydrate that fucking thing.
Well, first of all, the fucking thing
he belongs in the water.
He belongs in the water.
schmuck.
You're holding him in the sun with his
in
mouth open all the
Oklahoma.
time. He's like,
Those things aren't natural to Oklahoma.
right. And his mouth, they are, but his mouth is open.
No, they're not.
I can't breathe.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
Think of parrot's tongue, giant turtle, and then the guy looks like a turtle. Who's gonna die first?
That's gonna
That
be-
turtle's 300 years old.
Yeah. Some people let their physical body go.
In Oklahoma, how can you not? They come there, honey. You want that? Now, do you want butter with that fried bread?
Well, how about that food? Fried bread.
Do we have to fry the bread?
Yeah. The healthiest thing at that fair was giant turkey legs.
And I celebrate that.
Smoked, blacker than night. Smoked. I was like, that's a black turkey leg. Well, we smoked them.
What's wrong with black turkey legs, bro?
Nothing. Nothing.
What do you mean, you people? What's wrong with the smoked black turkey? Or something, you believe this? What's wrong with black turkey legs?
Nothing there. I think they're just as good as white turkey legs.
Never seen a white turkey leg?
I like dark meat. I told you I had turkey, wild turkey, and the legs are blood red. When you pluck a turkey in the field, it's hunter talk. Sorry, everybody. When you pluck a tom, watch this. When you pluck a tom in the field, that tom's got its legs are not white meat. It's dark like brown, and that meat tastes just like turkey.
Hey, how about me and Wes went running the other day? Wes, our boy Wes.
I love Wes.
And Wes goes, bro, 'cause we're talking about Cam Haines. He loves Cam Haines, and we're talking about Cam. And he goes, dude, do you shoot guns? And I was just trying to like fit in with, he's like all high. Wes is from Georgia. He shoots some fucking guns.
Yeah. Wes is all man. As far as
Way more
actors,
manly than
as
us.
far as actors concerned, he's tough guy.
Fuck yeah.
Box, does jiu-jitsu.
Every
Yep.
goddamn day.
And a thick
Runs
kid.
with me.
Thick and
runs with me.
strong.
He's
Yeah.
a keto kid.
Yep.
So we're talking. He goes, dude, we should go shoot guns. I went, And he goes, well, I have a bunch of guns. We can go to the range up here. I went, he goes, well, when can you go? Let's make a commitment now. Let's go Sunday night.
And send me
Hey,
to
I
your
went, let's
place.
go Sunday nights midnight every Sunday. And he goes, what? And I went, see you there. I just don't want to go. I didn't know what to say though.
I'll do it with him. I miss.
Not
Wes.
at midnight Sunday night. That's how you mix it up. Wild card.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sleeping. Only time we can go.
Yeah. Wayne McCullough told me that he sparred last time. He sparred. He
Knocked his tooth out.
He hurt a couple guys. He was hitting.
He also
hits
sparred
hard.
without his mouthpiece. I'm like,
Not a
what
good
are you
idea.
doing?
Not a
Well,
good
he
idea.
spelled out and just kept going.
Yeah, he's tough.
That's a great
Wayne had
dude.
to tell him to stop hitting. He was just hitting too hard. He's just too strong. He's like boom, dropping dudes.
We need to get him on the show. He has some great
Yeah,
stories.
let's get him on the show. I love him.
Yeah.
I love the guy. I miss
Yeah,
him. Why don't we have him on
well,
like maybe
I
Wednesday?
need you to relax. No, he's out of town. I need you to relax. What do you got, Jen?
All right, the first one is the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the Fire
Ja,
Festival?
Ja Rule and some other guy that has money, they were going to promote this huge festival in the Bahamas, a music festival, and it was supposed to have Blink-182, Migos, and some other groups.
Damn, I'm on board already.
Kendall Jenner promoted it, so did Bella Hadid. A bunch of different stuff. Supposed to have like famous chefs catering and all that stuff, and it just turned into like the worst thing ever.
Why?
People couldn't get off the island and shit.
There was a storm before, which messed up stuff, so people couldn't even get there. People that were there couldn't get off. All the glamorous tents or the glamorous like accommodations turned out to be like, what do you call it, like relief tents?
Yeah.
Disaster relief tents.
Yeah.
And they were serving bread and cheese instead of gourmet meals. A bunch of stuff happened, so they had to cancel the event. And now, the attorney Mark Geragos, he's suing on behalf of those people for $100 million because they feel that those guys are lying.
Who does
Like
the money
they
go
do.
to?
It's a class action suit. So the people that are complaining about that whole thing that spent money to do that, they want $100 million.
God.
Wow.
I mean, terrible idea.
And then Kendall Jenner's getting a bunch of backlash too on social media.
But I say this to Brian, you got to be careful what you promote, man.
right.
Like, what details does she know about that? Someone
She
probably
put your name on there.
Someone probably was like, "Yo, can you please blast out to your 30 jagillion followers? It's gonna be such a fun time, dude." Unless I'm involved, unless something's going down where somehow I know the details, I'm not taking any part of anything.
Well, we run into this
shit
problem.
like that
We run into
happens,
this problem all the time because also
You run into this problem.
promoting local charities is hard because this podcast has such a wide reach that you got to be careful what you use the airtime for. It's just
You have this problem. People know better. With me, they know better.
Yeah.
I won't even, what are you talking about? Local charity? What are you talking about?
yeah.
There's better ways to go about it,
Yeah.
man. You're not doing your work. You're being lazy. You're reaching out to me because you haven't done work. What are you doing?
Yeah.
They know better. Like, these people want to stretch us. Brian's like, yeah, and then we'll promote the show. I don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't know their stretching techniques. I don't put my name behind that.
Who was that?
Remember that? You remember.
Stretching techniques.
I was going to promote.
Yeah, you're like, and we'll promote it too. I'm like, you will. I ain't doing
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't going to do that. I was talking about on my Instagram.
Social media?
Yeah, for a free session or something. Because if it was good, but then it was good. It was really good, but it was also stretching.
Of course.
Yeah. I like.
And so if you blast out, the people are like, "Yo, Brian's full of shit."
Yeah, that's right. That's when, and that's where I was like, oh no, I had to try it out for myself. I'm not going to do anything that I haven't tried out. Make sure it's legit.
You know how many times I stretch, I went, "Oh my god, I've never seen it done that way." You know how many times, just in like 30 years of sports,
Yeah.
not once someone showed
Well-
me a new stretch where I went, "Oh, I've never stretched that muscle before."
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were pretty. Like I remember, I've done cryo now, and I'm just going to say this out loud: cryotherapy. I've also done ice baths. And if you look at the majority of people that have done sports, like high-level sports, football players especially, and there's certain like tried and true methods over the years that work. One is ice, and the other is anti-inflammatories. And all pro athletes will tell you that because they have to. Their money depends on it. I don't believe that cryotherapy does what ice baths.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
It's all smoke and mirrors, right?
Don't give a fuck what anyone tells you, what studies they find. Nothing replaces an ice bath.
Right.
Cryotherapy, you know why it's big? Because new. And
It's new, and also people can.
But
do
also
it
it's
aren't
new,
athletes.
but also doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Ice baths suck, man.
Yeah.
They fucking suck, but they work. That cryogenic chamber. Oh, you want if you whatever you can't afford it, you never can't get to one.
Yeah.
Open up your freezer, sit there for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
close it. Let me know how your body feels.
Yeah.
Literally it doesn't get down into the muscles.
No.
It doesn't. It would burn your skin from frostbite if it could do that.
That's what I noticed. When I went in there, it was very cold, but it's
Cold. It's cold for the 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and but it's not an ice bath.
No.
It's just
It
not
was
the
3
same.
minutes, and an ice bath for 15 minutes.
Different animal.
It's a different animal.
There's a reason why the NFL, NBA, UFC, everyone
Pro athletes, where their money depends on bringing their inflammation down.
Go to LeBron James' Instagram if you're curious. Go to LeBron James' Instagram. Let me know if you see him in a cryo chamber or ice bath. Best athlete on the planet.
Yeah.
Has more money than God. You don't think he can buy a
Ice
goddamn?
bath.
He could sleep in a cryo chamber if you
Ice
want to.
bath and
Ice bath.
anti-inflammatories.
Nothing you
That's
do.
you've got to go
But
sometimes
it's the
with
easy way
conventional
out.
wisdom.
It's the easy way out though, because an ice bath takes work. You have to buy ice. You have to fill up your bathtub or whatever the tub.
Yeah.
It's fucking freezing. Your feet are gonna hurt. Your hands are gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's mentally it's a beast. Or I can go this. Oh my, look at that soccer mom. She's got the cryo chamber for 2 minutes. Girl, are you recovered? Sure am. Mm-hmm. That's not for athletes, man. That's all bullshit.
Yes.
It's all smoke and mirrors. They're honey dicking you guys.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Go to if you want, go to fucking Yogurt Land and go to the back where the refrigerator is at. Just walk in there and that's a cryo chamber. It does nothing.
Would it be good for old people that have like nagging injuries and stuff like that?
No. I mean, you know what? It's better than getting a dick in the face. Does that help you, Chin?
I'm sure anything has some
a cold cucumber dick to the face would be better on both
anything
eyes.
has some benefits. If you're in something for 3 minutes and it's super cold, I'm sure you could make the argument that there are certain things that happen in the body that could be beneficial to your health.
I would make this argument. I bet if you went into a freezer, let's say when you know those restaurants have big meat freezers, if you went in there for 3 minutes or went to a cryo chamber, I bet you that freezer would do more for you. Or they're the exact same.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. I mean,
people throw me studies and check this out and we learned this. I get all that. I'm telling you, man. Nothing replaces ice bath. It's all honey dicking.
Yeah.
Because how cool would it be if you went to a place? Well, I mean, for me, when I was an athlete, oh my god, I'd love this. Think if you had a facility where it's just ice baths and hot tubs, and you could go ice bath for 2 minutes, hot tub for a minute, ice bath. You want to get better? That's what you do. Colleges have this.
Yes.
They don't have cryogenic bullshit.
Yes.
They have those because we know it works.
Because you know it works. And that's
it's also not sexy though. That's not who's going to sign up for that unless you're a professional athlete?
What sells is a new way to do something that's fast. A new way to do things.
Nitro brew. Nitro.
By the way,
you mean fucking cold coffee?
Right.
You mean iced coffee?
Right. That's right. But all these things are gimmicks of how to extract the caffeine better, more caffeine.
New diet.
You get the actual taste of the bean, and we have these tubes that go all the way like this, and it's a cold brew that takes all night. I understand. I'm sure it's good, and sure it's got its own qualities, but I'll have a nice coffee.
Oh, this is the other thing. You know, Starbucks is doing these goddamn dragon frappuccinos, unicorn frappuccinos. You seen this bullshit?
Are they good?
No. Well, I don't know. I'm a sugar guy. I bet I'd love it. Fuck that, though. I was at Starbucks the other day.
Yeah.
Someone in front of me ordered one of those dragon frappuccinos. This bitch, it probably took, 10 minutes to make.
Really?
I just wanted a goddamn black coffee. That's why I made that post.
Yeah.
Fuck you. 2 lines. All the tools who want the dragon and fucking...
You go over that
line. You're in this line.
You go in the communist line.
And it should be fucking flashing lights and glitter and bubbles. Mm-hmm. Everyone who wants to get shit done in this line, it's just black coffee.
Yeah, all you communists can go over there, and I'm going to have my American black coffee like a man.
Like a goddamn American.
I'm going to go to work.
I don't have time for that.
That's like Sebastian, the comedian, the great comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco. He used to do this joke about that. He'd be like, "Get a little frap, please, with a little of dome of whipped cream, please. Thanks. And can I get a half calf, half decaf latte?" And he's like, "You get a black coffee, and you go to work."
That's hilarious.
You be a man.
Dude, I was in a rush too, and she's like, oh my god, I'd love to try one of those. What is it? Is it the unicorn or is it the dragonfly? I'm like, dragon, bitch. It's the dragon frappuccino. The goddamn dragon. And then Jay's into it too. Oh, ask for a pink special. No,
your brother,
I'm not doing that.
Your brother is so into...
Ask for the green dragon. No!
He's more into fashion. He makes you look like me.
He's more into fashion.
Dude, he's got every one of the shoes. He's got the bag. He likes the newest of everything. He likes his coffee to be so sour, he's like, anything new and trendy. I gotta have a talk with him.
We just call him the trendy.
Trendy.
Let's call him trendy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wants, and also it's not on the boards. I don't think so. It's like code word. I'll take the green monster. That's how they do it. Really? It's not. It's like code word.
It's all milk and sugar, right?
It's all the same shit, but different dye.
Yeah.
So if I'll take the dragon, what happens if you get someone like, I'll take the pink monster? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll take the dragon. What the fuck are you looking for drugs? Oh my god, are you ordering drugs right now? You asked the dragon to the wrong Starbucks, you get meth.
They do a lot of research on that. They must do some test groups on that. If they're going to roll out something that big, is this a temporary thing or is this going to be permanent?
It's temporary. For kids. Because you know what frappuccinos are? The dragon and all this? You know what they are, right? Milkshakes. No, they're milkshakes.
Yeah.
It's Starbucks milkshakes. Yeah. Just go to get ice cream.
Yeah.
No, they're milkshakes, man.
Yes.
Separate line. and even do a separate store. Call it Starbucks Dragon and have it purple and pink.
Call it Starbucks for
But don't
kids.
call it Starbucks Coffee.
Starbucks for kids.
Call it Build-A-Fuck.
Call it not Starbucks.
No. There's Build-A-Beer. I like Build-A-Fuck. And you guys go in there and you order your fucking dragon shakes.
Yep.
And also, why are you bringing dragons in this? Why's it gotta be a dragon shake? Call it the fucking peacock shake. Because it looks like a peacock's tail. You seen these things?
No.
We should get one
I
after
have a
this.
men-only line. All right. What else is up? What else we got?
Wow, we really went off there.
Oh, great.
You know what? This darkness has me all weird.
I know. Don't reach for my dick again.
Sorry, man. It's dark.
The next one is Paige Van Zandt. She released her own sort of self promo for Reebok.
Would you flash a tit?
She didn't really flash a tit, but she was trying to like. The way it looked, it looks like she was overly trying to be sexual without trying to be sexual. So she would like lift her shirt up and show her bra, and then her Reebok like whatever.
Was this an actual commercial? Or is this a post by her?
She posted it,
and was she like Reebok?
She was like, and look here, but she would do it very, very sexually. Mm-hmm. Man, I wish we had the video of it. You can actually look it on your phones later, but
my service sucks. So does yours. The Wi-Fi's down. But it's all good, B. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
But she ended
it's
up...
not gonna be in your text, though. Yeah, let's continue the show.
She sends me texts.
Yeah, I know. She, Reebok, she's one of the premium stars for Reebok. So Reebok's like, yo, girl, we gotta sell some motherfucking kits. You need to flash some ass and tits. That's where that comes from.
Well, she did that, and then she had a bunch of backlash, of course. Some of the UFC fighters, were making fun of her.
What UFC fighters?
Angela Hill was one of them. I think, not a UFC fighter, Ben Askren. They were comparing her to those 1-800 numbers. Those girls call for a good time, whatever.
Yeah.
So they were comparing her to that. And then she deleted all of those posts.
She blocked him, deleted him?
I don't know if she blocked them, but she deleted all those posts.
The thing is, she's going to get backlash, because this is the thing. She's a good fighter. Is she a premium sponsorship Reebok fighter? No, but that's what the market value is for Paige Van Zandt. That's what she is. That's not her fault.
That's right.
It's not CM Punk's fault he's a huge draw. It's not, all Sage Northcutt that's a huge draw. Do they have the talent to back it up? Absolutely fucking not. This is what the UFC's built. They've built these, these action heroes that are supposed to be bigger in life, but these action figures can't do the moves that these G.I. Joes can. They look fucking great. These G.I. Joes will beat the fuck out of them, and they're making less money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for Paige, the reason why they're hating Angela Hill, I love Angela Hill. She had one of the greatest fights ever in Japan, whatever, not in the UFC. However, Angela Hill walks in right now with churros, giving out anyone. Not one person goes, "Are you that UFC fighter?"
Right. That's right.
Not one person. Paige walks in and shuts this bitch down.
Yeah.
So that's where the hate comes from. Ben Askren, I love Ben Askren. I think if he went to the UFC, he'd fucking be world champion. He'd wreck everybody. But he's a wrestler, so they're never going to sign him. Also, what's he been doing? Of course he's going to hate on it. That's where she gets the hate. She knows that, though.
You got to check it out, though. Let's see if this works right now.
Let me see it.
Is it sexy or not? Sometimes the women,
recommend it.
sometimes the women UFC fighters, when they try to be sexy, it's like Caitlyn Jenner style. I know that sounds awkward.
Is it
You ever seen
PhD?
Caitlyn Jenner try to be sexy?
I have something amazing to share
this
with
out.
you. So check out Reebok's new black and white collection. Cutest freaking clothes ever. So, if you want to shop the Reebok black and white collection, go to the link in my bio.
She almost fucked
Get
with her.
yourself something amazing to work out in or look fabulous in. And for all my guy followers out there, I know you have a girl, a mother,
What's she touching her?
a sister, or a lady friend.
No, you force it. This is contractual.
Go check her out.
Workout clothes.
Damn. Yeah, that's contractual. That's in her contract that she's forced to make certain videos, social media posts, And obviously, how else are you gonna sell that?
Right.
Hey, UFC, you like Reebok, I like working out too. Nothing better than this. I'm her, I would have went tenfold. You want to make some news? You put that fucking Reebok thong on, you flash your cheek.
It's
fart.
a difficult position because she's trying to
fart.
She's using her
No, you
snacks.
fart.
You're pooing into a plate.
No.
Oh, did I go too far?
Well, they'll pull that ad. You flash that thong, you fart. Reebok.
And now you go like this. You go. It still doesn't smell. Reebok.
Reebok. Still sexy.
But it's a sexy part. It's like this. Reebok. Oops. Still doesn't smell.
Reebok. That was a burner. Reebok.com/page for 10% off.
Reebok. I don't do well with beans.
Here's one. Reebok. Ooh, that was wet. I shit my pants.
Yeah, watch. Reebok.
Reebok.com, get one for your mother. God damn it, I shit my pants.
No, Reebok. Oops. This was the wrong day to run out of toilet paper. Good thing I've got an old t-shirt.
Here's one. Reebok.
Ew.
I have a turtle head sticking out now. Good thing I have a shitty Reebok fight kit on the ground I could wipe my ass with.
This is it. Reebok. Don't worry. That was a queef.
No.
Did I go too far? Since you shat?
Hey, hold on. Hey, you do it and I'll make the fart noise like you didn't mean to. Like throw a fist and then I'll fart like you didn't mean to. Ready?
Okay. Reebok! Sorry, I have trouble with my core.
Well, is they gonna sell shirts? Alright, you do it now.
I'm trying
I'm gonna do a move and then you do it. Ready?
Reebok! Oh, I better go wipe.
Alright, now you make the fart noise for me. Ready? This new Reebok gear. Oh, say what? Oh.
What are you gonna say though?
I'm so embarrassed.
No. Watch.
I'm so embarrassed.
This is even
no,
gross.
ready?
This is gross. Make a really tasteful fart though. Ready? Reebok. Smells like clams.
Alright, here's one. You know what? Alright, here's the campaign. Here, Reebok. Here you go. Ready?
Right.
Reebok. Oh, Jesus Christ. Smells like shit.
Well, that's kind of on the nose.
I know. That's what I thought they were looking for, though.
No. What else? Hold on. What else?
Well, she was trying to be sexy. So really, she'd be like this. Ready? Reebok. God damn it. I fucking hate Reebok.
Yeah.
That's how it would work in real life.
Yeah. Oops, excuse me. That's what you say. That's what the young lady says. I have gas. Excuse me. Oops. I said it. Oh, I know. Reebok. Oops. Even he's excited.
Who's he?
Her asshole is massive.
Why would it be he?
All right.
Oh no, here we go. Ready? Reebok. Shouldn't have done anal last night.
Well, dude, that sounded like a donkey first.
No, that sounded like a foghorn.
That's what you did.
No, that was a foghorn. That was a foghorn.
And also, all right. I'm appalled.
That was too much?
Yeah, that was just too much. This is where I draw the line. You know?
I'm sweating. What else you got, Chin? I think she's forced to do that. Sex appeal is her biggest attribute, so she's using that. They're paying her bills. You got to do some shit.
She's a showman.
End of story.
She's good.
All right.
For sure, get back in the gym.
There's a plane that was going
Go ahead, Chin.
from Moscow to Thailand to Bangkok, and it hit bad turbulence. 27 people were injured.
Wow.
3 babies' spines were broken.
Oh, fuck.
And the injuries were blood gashes. Gashes on the head, bleeding everywhere, broken arms, broken legs, and it was only 10 seconds of turbulence.
Holy fuck.
Did no one have their seatbelt on?
I'm sure the ones that got damaged big time probably didn't have their
That's
seatbelts.
That's why I put my seatbelt on now.
And the babies had their spines
That
broken?
makes me feel sick.
The reports were 3 different babies had their spines broken.
Oh, they died, right? Or they
I don't.
No.
It could just be like maybe a fracture.
Yeah, it could be a fracture,
Christ.
so it could be okay. As long as
Dude, how do you break legs and arms in turbulence?
Because you go, boom. They said there's blood on the ceiling.
Oh,
So,
so
boom!
the plane...
And then you gotta come back down. I saw a guy on Instagram,
God.
he's posting a video, and people are literally like,
What?
and then there's just peanuts.
Oh, no. That's crazy shit.
And then you hear the guy going, we're gonna be a little delayed. That's what. Sorry about that. I fart like
Turbulence gives me gas.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry about all this broken
I
bones.
fart when I get nervous. I'm nervous as shit. Please don't sue the airline. Thanks for flying airline.
Yeah.
That's a terrible story.
I've been with my wife when I've been with guests that we don't know that well, and I've done it twice to her. She's so embarrassed by stuff like that, and I don't even know these people that well. And I just go after the night's going by, and I'm like, I know them well enough, and I just go. Somebody will say something. My wife said something, and she's like, and then I did. The horses are great because they really read like the environment. And I just go
in front of your guest.
In front of my guest, and she goes. Oh my God! Like she doesn't know what to do. She gets so embarrassed because they need to learn, and she needs to learn not to talk about fucking horses.
Remember when we were at Scopa eating Will Sasso? He was like, "I'll have the squid, the calamari." He's eating black calamari. We're there with, some ladies, a group of friends. We're having wine, and all of a sudden, some girl goes, "Oh my God!" And I go, "What? Oh my God!" And Will's like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Oh God!
And he's sweating. And I went,
Will,
we all know it's you.
Well,
and he goes, yeah. He was gone for an hour.
Yeah, he goes
came
about
back.
an hour. We're like, Will, really, you had to shoot.
It fucked up the whole night.
I was like,
nice conversation, nice wine. I was like, oh my God. That girl's like, oh my God, we're gonna go.
I said to the owner, I go, you gotta throw your bathroom away now.
The wallpaper was like peeling off the sides. The mirror was shaking. Ugh. What else you got, Chin? Fuck that Thailand airline.
I'll try to show you this up here. You see this girl?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
She's
her.
a hot chick from Miami. She's 21 years old, and she would meet up guys at clubs and then get them to take her back to their place.
Yeah.
And then she would, give massages and stuff like that and drink with them and end up slipping them drugs and then robbing them of Rolex watches, like thousands of dollars worth of cash.
Sure.
She's done it multiple times.
Is her name Natalie?
So
Is that Natalie?
No.
So how about
I know her.
So how about this? So my
There's
buddy.
some surveillance right there. You can't see.
So did she get caught? For Brian went up to the story. Did she get caught?
One of the guys saw her the next day or something at a club. She had like tattoos on her hands that made her noticeable.
Damn.
Recognizable. So then he called the cops.
Now let me ask you this: she take him home, sucking him off, stealing roads?
No sucking.
Just massages?
Yeah, she's smart. She just
So she would drug him. Let's lay down for massages.
Just
Then
get
they're
drinks.
out. Damn.
and then probably slip it into the drink.
Yeah. So my buddy fixed this girl the same thing. He's like, why is this girl really hot? She's all over him. She's like, whatever. And he's buying drinks and stuff, and he goes, dude, this girl is down. So she takes him to his car, and she pulls his pants down and gives him the old suckaroo.
In the car?
Right in the car.
Damn.
Pulls his pants all the way down to his ankles, gives him the old suckaroo.
All the way down?
Yep,
Red
all
flag.
the old suckaroo. And then he's like, whoa, amazing. And she goes, have a great night. He's like, fucking see ya. Woohoo! Goes back to his friends. Let's keep the party going. Where's my fucking wallet? It's gone. It's gone. Yeah.
You know what? She's a better woman than this fucking lady. This lady there's nothing. Just steals your shit. No sucky suck.
No sucky suck.
I got one for you. My buddy, older gentleman, about 50-something now. He's in the club in Las Vegas. I'm not there. All my boys and my brothers there. Jay knows this story. My buddy, he's an older dude. He's like, dude, this girl is all over me, man. And just I'm not the pedophile, just a dime piece, like all over the. And he's 50-something. He's like, dude, she likes daddy. She likes daddy. And he goes,
dude.
And then my buddy goes, can I see your ID? And she's like, what? He's like, can I see your ID? She shows you, like, well, this isn't you. This isn't your ID. This isn't you. She goes, I know, I'm under 21. I sneak into the clubs.
Whoa.
She was with him because he'd buy drinks, and she wanted to look older, and he had a table.
Jesus.
How old do you think that girl was?
I'm so afraid. 16 years old.
14.
No!
God.
No!
14.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Get huge!
The whole thing.
Yeah.
14, ready to breathe.
14.
Ready to breathe.
Fucking firing on all cylinders.
See, this is the
my buddy Charlie went,
you will go to jail, bro.
When she was reciting fucking Barney, was that a red flag? 14.
Oh my God.
Try having a conversation with a 21. I tried having a conversation with a 21-year-old the other day. I'm like,
14.
Fuck, where there's just different ways.
There are guys. I've been at strip clubs with guys.
No.
Nah,
14.
I don't know how to do it.
Fuck you.
How can you
Ass out the back. 14.
It's like my friend is like,
Genetics, man.
Yeah.
My buddy almost got caught up.
What happens to him though?
You're fucked.
He didn't. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. But
No, he didn't do anything.
Okay.
He finally goes, how old are you? And she goes, my sister, she's bringing me to the club for a long time. He goes, I don't care about it. And he goes, 14. He goes, oh my
I'd
God.
run away. I'd run away.
He goes, you have to get out of here.
I would run away.
He goes, you need to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, you can't be around. No, they were like, you can't be around here. You
of
gotta.
course not. 14. I'm Jesus Christ.
She's about to get digged down by the homies.
17.
14.
Yeah, that's crazy. That kind of shit is.
What else you got?
Crazy that she wants to even do that. Like, what, 14? Why would you want to go?
Sure, 14-year-old man. 16
by yourself
pregnant.
though, random.
14 and pregnant. New show MTV. 14 pregnant.
Man, oh man. That kind of
50-year-old.
shit. Yeah.
He's too old to be her dad.
Yeah.
Well,
there are a lot of guys that just don't ask any questions. And they just, like it's like going to a strip club. How many times have you done this? My buddy was talking to this girl all night, and and he goes, "Such a nice girl, man." I go, "Yeah." I go, "What was that?" Because I saw him give her money as he left. I go, "What was that?" He goes, "Dude, I gave her money, man." And I go, "How much did you give her?" He goes, "I gave her some money, bro." And I go, "Well, wait a minute."
she didn't.
Listen to me. He goes, she's first of all, she's gonna come see me later. And I go,
She's a professional. Bro.
I go, what do you mean? He goes, I had to pay her the rest of her shift. She's gonna come see me later, but also she's trying to get in. She's trying to be a nurse. She's such a good girl. I go, how much did you give her? He goes,
Couple grand.
yeah, he gave her, I think it was $1,700. And I go, and he didn't have it. It wasn't like he was balling.
Oh,
and I go, fucking, if that money is gone, she's not gonna see you later. She's not gonna see you later.
Especially when she knows you're not a baller.
Yeah, and
she would if she thought she'd get more from
the
well.
of course, right.
Yeah,
right.
But she knows you're like.
She's a nice
that's all
girl,
I
dude.
got.
I just feel like, well, she's a mercenary.
She's a,
and it's all good.
she's a professional.
Yeah.
You gotta know where your boundaries are, man. What else you got, Chin?
All right. You want entertainment or MMA?
Both. We'll do both of them.
Okay. So Jimmy Manuwa, the rumor was that he was supposed to, he asked for a fight with David Haye in boxing.
Yes.
And then
David Haye wanted the fight.
Well, Jimmy called him out too, I think, on one of the fights.
But I think it started out with David Haye, right?
He probably started it.
Either way, go ahead.
He said that he met up with David Haye, or spoke to David Haye and met up with Dana White, and then Dana White is interested in this fight. He said he likes the numbers, and he would like to get it done, so he thinks it's going to happen.
Wow. No.
They didn't say necessarily on that Conor card, but they're just saying
Bad idea,
just to
Brennan.
do it, period.
It's just a shit show. Like, I think Conor Mayweather, Conor's like this unicorn, and that fight makes sense, like Conor's so unorthodox, and Mayweather's older, and it's this mega fight, and MMA versus boxing, that's kind of cool if you do it once. Now you start doing this, it's kind of like, they're so strapped for stars and cash, and it's
That's what it
it's
is.
depressing.
It's sad, right?
It looks like you're just so desperate.
Looks like a spectacle.
It just makes a mockery of the sport. I know I'm being condescending because I've been the biggest advocate for Conor Floyd. One and done. I don't want to see any rematches. I don't want to see Roy Jones versus Anderson Silva. I don't want to see Nate Diaz versus Andre Ward. I don't want any of that bullshit. Because this is the thing. Jimmy Manuwa is a traditional striker. He's going to sit there and box with David Hayes and get fucking schooled. So that makes our sport look terrible. Because he's known as knockout artist. David Hayes is old, just tore his Achilles, just lost a fight.
I watched Lomachenko and TJ Dillashaw spar on YouTube. And it was amazing to see just how good in boxing Lomachenko is compared to one of the more unorthodox and best strikers in the UFC. And by TJ's own admission, it was like it was going to school. It was like going to school. It's just a different sport.
TJ would never fight Lomachenko in a regular boxing match.
No, it wouldn't be pretty.
But the thing about Lomachenko that makes him different is he doesn't move like a he moves like a athlete. He moves like almost like a MMA boxer hybrid.
Yeah.
He's not your traditional boxer.
Yeah, jumping to the side, doing crazy shit.
Yeah, he's a nightmare. Yeah. It's just a bummer. What else you got, Jim?
All right. The busiest guy in Hollywood, I'm sure you already know, Ryan Seacrest is probably the busiest guy ever. He just took on the co-host role of the Kelly Ripa live show. You know how she had Michael Strahan before?
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, so now Ryan Seacrest is going to be the co-host.
The full-time co-host?
Full-time co-host.
Damn. Well,
I don't know how he's going to do all
because
this.
they're not doing American Idol, are they? There's rumor they're bringing it back, and they offered Kanye the position. Do you know that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. We got light.
We got light.
Yeah, so the rumor is they offered Kanye a godly amount of money to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rumor. But I don't know if... I'm sure Seacrest would host that. But I'm sure you can do this season. With Kelly Ripa, there was some weird beef between her and Strahan.
Yeah.
It was super
What
weird.
was that?
He wanted to leave to go to Good Morning America, and he didn't tell her, like, until really late.
See, I heard they had beef the entire time.
Oh.
I don't know, though. I'm sure I could get info. But I heard they had beef the entire time. Mike Strahan was like, I'm fucking out, man. But his goal was always do Good Morning America.
Oh, well, there you
And
go.
then they've tried like a million different guys with Kelly Ripa. Like
They did a bunch of guest hosts to find one.
She's so good, man. It's so funny.
She's good.
Yeah.
And then Ryan I mean, for ratings, for sure. I just feel like, I don't know.
Good old Ryan Seacrest. I
That's
worked
a
with
daily
him.
show, right?
For that crowd, it's a daily show. I used to watch when Strahan was on there for that time. But, I don't know.
I thought he had like a daily, like radio.
He has radio,
thing.
yeah.
So I don't know how he's doing all these different things.
They say he's a madman. You know, he's behind the Kardashians, with the E, he's with everything.
Yeah,
Makes
producer
sense.
and all that.
Yeah, monster.
Making lots of money. I could never do it.
Is that it, Chin?
For him.
That's it. Oh, well, I'll just give you a small one. Billy Ray Cyrus, he changed his name to Cyrus.
Just Cyrus?
Just Cyrus, and he's coming out with 2 different versions of Achy Breaky Heart, EDM and Spanglish.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. That ship sailed. Hey, bro.
He's rebranding.
But you remember when Vanilla Ice tried coming out with heavy metal, Ice Ice Baby?
Yeah. Yep.
It's gone, man. Let it go. Let that ship sail.
Let it sail.
I'll probably be jamming to it, though. That it, butter?
That's it.
All right.
All right.
You drop knowledge?
I got a DK real quick.
I don't say DK, though.
Sorry. Donald Trump invited the president of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duarte.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but he said when he was inaugurated, as he was actually one of the first things he said in office, is, if you are a drug addict or sell drugs, I will kill you. And then he said there are 3 million drug addicts in... Hitler killed 3 million Jews. Hitler killed over that, 6 million. He said Hitler killed 3 million Jews. We have 3 million addicts in the Philippines, and I would gladly slaughter them all. That's the president.
He's a bad dude.
He's got a 91% approval rating. He's a man. He stands up. Remember, a couple things about the Philippines. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was a Spanish colony for 300 and some odd years. And it was an American colony from 1898 to 1946. So the idea of being, Filipinos have a strong sense of independence. They were subjugated under colonial rule for a long time, both Spanish and American. So you have to understand that they have, when a man like Duarte says, Barack Obama can go to hell and he's a son of a bitch, they like that because he's saying fuck you to the colonial powers. Having said all that, people should know that these extrajudicial killings, and I'm saying this because there's a tendency for populations to try to solve problems this way. Kill all the criminals, kill all the drug addicts, kill all the drug dealers. We have something called due process because it makes our country actually stronger. And when you have a president who says that the military and the police can kill people without a trial, without evidence, but just on suspicion or on their own visual evidence, and shoot them, which they are doing, to the tune of over 6,000. The problem with that is, guess what happens? All of a sudden, vigilante groups start doing it because they know they can get away with it. And then what happens is vigilante groups start selling their killing skills to people. So all of a sudden, people go, you know what? I have beef with that guy over there. And if you get caught, just tell him that he was selling drugs. Or better yet, plant drugs on him. And all of a sudden you have roving gangs of vigilantes who are loyal to the strong man. And all law and order and institution breaks down. And that's called the antithesis to democracy.
That's also the plot of The
world
Purge.
That's right. So just keep in mind that whenever you have a strong man who thinks he's above the law, which Duarte does, and there are other people like Putin who does,
Saddam Hussein?
you will pay a very dear price. You will. You may think that they're going after the bad guys, but it's a matter of time before they come to you because no one is controlling those people. And I want to add one more caveat.
Yeah,
Human
please.
rights workers in the Philippines are all kind of up in arms about this and documenting this stuff. And Duarte said, human rights workers are getting in the way of justice. And the implication there is if they're getting in the way of justice, they are part of the problem. So guess what? Maybe they need to die too. And believe me, it's a matter of time before vigilante groups, the police, the military, start killing civil rights groups and human rights groups. And you know why that's not surprising? Because it happens fucking over and over again in countries that don't respect due process and the rule of law.
B, can I drop a knowledge here?
Please.
Little fact I blasted out. I don't know these researchers, but I'm pretty sure they believe in flat Earth as well. Researchers found that people who express a preference for bitter tastes, such as black coffee, are more likely to enjoy manipulating and hurting others.
It's interesting.
That can't be true based off your taste buds. Because I like bitter things. Like, you can't make a strong enough tea. Like, green tea can't be strong enough. Coffee can't be strong enough.
Yeah, it's true.
I like everything real,
You
like
manipulated
strong
me.
and bitter.
When it was dark, you grabbed at me. You
did.
groped me.
That's some bullshit, right?
Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't know. I mean, these you got to be careful with studies and research like that. How has it been peer reviewed? That's why studies always have to be peer reviewed, right? You remember that? So when somebody comes up with a study, you have to replicate it. I think in when it comes to medicine, you have to do it in 3 different journals with 3 different independent lines of inquiry that come to a consensus. There's all kinds of checks and balances for that. Anytime a researcher comes in and says A, this does this, it has to be checked out.
Super skeptical.
Science is all about being skeptical. It's all about being like, I don't know.
It's a proven fact that people who drink coffee live longer. I know that. That's science. It's a true story.
Probably.
But not black. It has to be. You can't add all that creamer and sugar and all that shit. I'm talking about
black?
The actual antioxidants from coffee is good for you. But when you add all the bullshit to it, you're screwed. I think that's it, my friend.
My friend,
we beat
good podcast.
The Zero Dark 30 Light Madness.
Yes, we did. Nothing stops us, Brendan.
Nothing ever stops us. This Wednesday night, I'm at the Ice House. There are less than 15 tickets left. Icehouse, tfatk.com. Brian Callen is in Vancouver.
Comedy Mix.
This weekend.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come see me.
Vancouver.
Comedy Mix. ComedyMix.com. TheComedyMix.com is where you can get tickets.
Or TFATK. Obviously, direct people towards TFATK.
TFATK.
Why would you go right to the source?
You're right,
It doesn't
buddy.
make sense. TFATK.com. Brian Callen, Vancouver. I'm at the Ice House Wednesday night. I'm at the Comedy Store Thursday night with Rogan, fucking Joey Diaz, Dane Cook, a bunch of other people. It's all over. Go to this at the Comedy Store. TFATK.com for everything you've ever needed, ever. This is The Fine Kid. We're out.